I don't know what they really want to prove. I mean, do they want to prove that they are liberals? If they are liberals enough, they should let people wear whatever they want to. And I think religion is such a personal choice that they cannot stop people from following their religion.
This is actual and real interference into the religious rights of people. Actually, it should not be banned. It should be kept as in discretionary. If you are a real Muslim, you're supposed to have burqa on.
If a person wants to be clad in a burqa and feels more secure and comfortable, the right should remain with the lady.
Well, that's the debate on Face the Nation. Remember the question we asked you right on top. Should Muslim women be denied the right to wear the burqa? This following the statement made by Nicolas Sarkozy, the French president. And here's what you're saying. 62% of you now saying yes, the Muslim women should retain their right to wear the burqa. 32% of you, 38%, I beg your pardon, of you saying no, they shouldn't. Simon, if I could come to you first. The Turkey comparison that Sadia referred to earlier as well. We have in fact seen Turkey being compared to France's staunch separation of the state and religion, as it were. Just recently, a Gallup poll that was conducted in the state of Turkey showed that a majority of the women said that they supported freedom of religion in their country, which also included an overt display of religious symbols to be introduced in the constitution. Does one see this as a reaction to the kind of enforced secularism that Turkey has seen since 1929?
You say enforced secularism, but I think country is an interesting example of a mix of a religious country. Most of the people are Muslim. They can go to mosque. They are real Muslim, But the state is truly, deeply not religious. So I think it's not enforced, It's not. Right. I think it's a good example, and I think we can compare. That's a good example. Compare Turkey to France or to India also. There is about 5 or 6 countries in the world which are clearly what we say laïc. The translation will be secular, but it's not exactly the same word. Secular, the word you use in India, means the state has to guarantee every religion. We use the word laïc in French, which means no religion. That's a negative word.
There has been a difference in the interpretation of secularism, certainly. But Sadia, do you believe what we're seeing in Turkey can it be interpreted as a reaction to what the state has done, impinging on religion?
They imposed on. I mean, they completely overnight tried to change the language, the dress, the system. And I think, of course, people are reacting to that and do want to be given the space to choose their headgear or their clothes. I also want to say that, these are all Semitic religions of the Abrahamic faith. They all have a tradition, whether it is the Jews or the Muslims and the Christians. I mean, for instance, you never see a statue of Virgin Mary, which is without a hijab. I mean, there is always a headscarf. And even today, when Christians, I think, go to church, most of them cover their head. And that is a very much, I think, it's more in the burqa particularly, I'd like to say, is more really to do with local cultures. I mean, you have the abaya in Saudi Arabia, you have the chadar in India and Pakistan, you have the piran in Kashmir. I might rather just be happy with the loose
so that is the main point. Burqa is not religious, it's cultural. If, for example, I'm a journalist, one of my colleagues is a woman. She came for election to Iran. In Iran, she wears the veil, She respects the tradition. So it's just a question of tradition. The burqa is not in every Muslim country. So when a Muslim woman, comes to France, she mustn't wear the burqa because she has to respect the tradition of French.
Certainly.